Hey y'all, it's time to bring your creative ideas to life, and you can get started today with Squarespace. Squarespace's dynamic, all-in-one platform provides all the tools that you'll need to establish your online presence. You can build a website, claim a domain, sell your products and services online, and market your brand with Squarespace's cutting-edge, easy-to-use products. So head over to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch your website, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you, and let's start the show.
Welcome back to the show, niggas and friends. I am Maddie Perez.
And I am Betty Davis. This is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you indeed for coming back. Let's get into the show with some Black excellence this week. We're going to be giving it to two beautiful women located in London who own a shop called St. Ames Cafe. And it has constantly, constantly, everlastingly been ranked as the prettiest cafe in the city of London, according to Travel Noir. Now, these sisters, Lois and Michaela Wilson, own the cafe, and just by the photos that I saw and because of them again, I was like, yeah, yeah, I get it. Lots of pastels, super floral in its themes. Pretty pinks and purples and golds, and it's just very I don't know, Sex and the City, Breakfast at Tiffany's, I don't know, that posh afternoon tea vibe that, you know, the girls want sometimes when they're feeling their beat and they want to be classy and, you know, have a little cute little moment in the cafe and maybe talk about your boyfriend or talk about someone else's boyfriend.
It's gorgeous. It is so pretty. Oh my God.
Apparently they, what's the word? Their expertise is in chocolate.
Of course.
Well, not just because they're Black, but like literal chocolate. So apparently they do the work to find the best chocolates they can in the industry. And then they do the work in creating beautiful, sexy packaging that matches their already beautiful and sexy aesthetic. I looked at the menu for this place to see like, oh, well, what do they have besides their fancy chocolates and things like that? Of course, they've got, you know, your tea, your coffee, your bagel, your croissant, and that kind of thing. Loads of different kinds of desserts and fun stuff, but even the menu itself is giving you all kinds of fun fonts and photographs, and they've got milkshakes. But like the thing about the chocolate moment is it's like really stush. Like they've got 24 karat gold smothered hot chocolate. Get into it.
What even is
so it's
that?
a place for you to go in like your most expensive caftan with your Black homegirls or whoever. I'm sure anyone can go. And then, you know, you take some really nice photos in portrait mode and you post them tagging St. Ames Cafe. And this is an ad. And then you are like, look, we're so cute and festive, living our life like it's golden. Get it? Because there's gold in the chocolate. And then you're like, Black Carrie Bradshaw. I'm finished. I don't know. We should have been done like 5 minutes ago.
It is really beautiful.
It's a gorgeous place. I love fun stories like this. And obviously they put the work in. Like when they were like, we're not just gonna have a cafe. We're gonna have a cafe that any bitch that walks by it is going to say, what the fuck can I get up in there?
I know the influencers be flooding this place because it is perfect for Instagram. My God, like
it's gorgeous.
It's decadent. It's ornate. It's the colors all complement each other. Like you said, it's a bunch of like gorgeous pastels and flower arrangements everywhere. So
even their little stripy straws, everything is just very thought out. Like you can tell they put a lot. I wonder if they do interior design like on the side. They must be like someone over there, whether it's the sisters themselves, I'm assuming, or if they have someone else on the team, someone is into designing, like that friend that's just like, oh my goodness, let's go get cushions for your apartment. Like, girl, sit down. Like, I just got, girl,
and
the Wi-Fi don't even work yet.
The girls are only open Friday or Thursday through Sunday. So it's definitely a mood. It's a moment.
Yeah. Get in or get lost.
Right. Period. It's not, this isn't bring your laptop and work on your dissertation. No.
She is the moment.
You go somewhere else for that. This is afternoon tea. This is brunch. This is, fancy bitch shit. This is
know your worth, ladies.
Yes, birthday brunch type vibes for sure. So I love this. I'm not sure if Americans are allowed really anywhere at this point, but next time I find myself in England, I am going to have to go because this is gorgeous.
But
God only knows. God only knows. But, it is really pretty. So all of you over there, go check it out and let us know how it is. But yeah, looks amazing. Congrats, ladies.
I have a feeling several of you have already been, but we'll see.
Oh, no, I'm sure they have. I also
wanted to say a Black Excellent shout out to the upcoming cast of The Color Purple musical.
Yes!
Very, very excited about. First of all, musicals aren't typically my thing. And then musical films are super not. Unless they're animated. You know what I mean? Because we can talk about Bruno. But I don't
right.
And even that, honestly, I'm just like, oh girl, can we just advance the plot? Like, I don't need it. But anyway, The Color Purple is The Color Purple is The Color Purple.
Right.
So the end. I mean, we could move on because I feel like I've said enough. But The Color Purple musical was on Broadway and got tons of like love and rave reviews. And when I heard, The Color Purple we've talked about this on the podcast. It's one of those films where you don't need to touch it. You don't need to touch it. Mm-hmm. If anything, just keep updating it, like remastering it. Give me my 4K. And give me my 8K.
Okay.
And then give me my virtual reality version of it, whatever it is, so that I can be in the kitchen when Celie holds that blade to his throat.
I want to be at the dinner table, actually.
Yeah, that's where I want to be.
I want to be right there. Oh, no. You know where I want to be? I want to be with Sophia when she hit that white woman.
Okay. I was going to say which woman, because Sophia's hit a lot of people.
When she smacked the fuck out of that white woman and went to jail.
I thought you were going to say when she uppercut Squeak's ass out of the juke joint. Literally, Mortal Kombat, Melina Katana her ass. Woo! Jackie Briggs this bitch into another lifetime.
Well, time to go. Now
we already talked about the fact that
Purple. God,
I mean, girl, hello, so we're Black. Get into
so
it.
Good.
Oh, you do it at least once a year if you're me, and then, but anyway.
But I saw it on Broadway, so I am familiar with the Color Purple as a musical. Yeah, I'm already familiar.
So you're gonna know the songs.
Oh, is it the same songs from the musical?
I think it's going to be the same songs.
Oh,
it's an adaptation of that musical. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw it with Cynthia Erivo and God damn it, Jennifer Hudson when they were on Broadway.
Yes, Jennifer Hudson was in it. Okay, boom.
Mm-hmm. And it was amazing.
This one seems like they're going for Fantasia's edition.
Yeah.
Because Fantasia will be playing Miss Celie.
Oh, yes, Lord. Oh, yes,
as
God.
She also did on Broadway. Girl.
I'm dialed the fuck in, bitch. Sign me up. I'm here for it. I want all of it.
I have been true and unwavering in my opinion and statement that The Color Purple does not need to be touched, especially in film. But as this is an adaptation of an adaptation of an whatever. No, yeah, it is 3 degrees of adaptation. Yep. But it's like fine. But also we're gonna get Fantasia as Celie.
That's right.
And then Ms. Danielle B. Brooks.
I screamed. The casting.
Did you see Oprah tell her that she got the role?
I did. I did. Amazing.
I've never wanted to hug somebody I don't know so much in my life. She's just, I love her. But anyways, she also played Sophia on Broadway in this musical.
Yes. So, I just didn't see that, her or Fantasia. So,
yeah.
Although I saw Fantasia in something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, she's done a couple of things on stage.
Yeah.
Did you see her in Nikki Gilbert's, what was it called?
Nope.
Sex Kitten Cabaret?
We can stop that right there because I barely know.
What was it called?
Sure haven't. Sure did not. Really can barely.
Old boy from Euphoria and all of those other things I like is finna be a Mister. I knew that though. When I saw his picture, I was like, oh, he's got to be playing Mister.
Yeah. This is going to be great. I'm very excited. And I love musicals, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, if the girls are doing what they should be doing. Taraji's playing good old shoot. I can't wait for this. Taraji will be playing Sugar Avery.
Perfect.
The Halle Bailey. Our Ariel will be playing Young Nettie. I can't wait to hear the girls open their mouths and sing the music.
That's right.
I don't even know any of these goddamn songs, and I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be. I absolutely adore the stage version of Color Purple. So when I saw this casting, I was super excited, and I cannot wait. Do we know when it's coming out? Because I want it like right now.
I don't think that it has. Oh, no, it does. It has a release date of Christmas. Oh, next Christmas. Next Christmas.
Wow.
December 23rd, 2023.
Oh, wow. Okay. Kiss my ass.
Which makes sense. Like, girl, they're just telling the children who's cast and who's not, girl. They're super pre-production.
You're right. Because it's going to take some time. Right.
Stitched a piece of a costume.
It is going to take some time.
We lucky if they don't push it back into the 20 of the 24.
And HER is playing Squeak.
She is indeed. We discussed that. I wonder if she'll be performing some of her Jamaican music in the Color Purple.
Please.
Musical. I love her. Don't get me wrong, because these are jokes. I enjoy her and entirely. And I think she'll be a good squeak and a cute squeak, and she won't have glasses on. I mean, maybe she does.
I mean, she might.
You never know. Who knows?
You really don't know.
Liberties.
She may, but yeah, excited for this cast and excited to see this rendition. Yeah, just can't say enough good things about Danielle Brooks. What a star. What an absolute fucking talent.
And speaking of which, before we move on to the Black excellence, so since we're talking about excellence in acting and the things, I know that, she's won, but we're going to need to go ahead and give Zendaya her things once again. An actor, a thespian, a performer, an entertainer, like a juggernaut.
That I keep wanting to call her a little girl like she's still on Disney. Zendaya probably 26 years old at this point, but
practically. I mean, at some point when you are in your auntie uncle era, everybody younger than you is a little girl, a little boy.
It's true, and that's where I am at this point. Especially those of you in your 20s, please, children.
Hello.
But
babies.
What Zendaya is doing on Euphoria is,
my God.
When she kicked that fucking door in,
my God, today.
I'm not even entirely sure that she was supposed to do that. I think she got swept up in the character, and I think she was like, you know what, Rue would go for it. Rue would tear this whole bitch down.
I don't know how I didn't take a break on that last episode because
it was a lot.
I was triggered in so
I paused many times.
Many ways.
It was too much.
It was like I don't know. I felt like I was in a car that was just barreling down.
Okay.
Oncoming traffic. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do here. I'm either going to die or I'm not. So let's just see this through. Wow. The acting. Storm Reed, Nakia King, like the girls.
Yep.
The girls were doing their acting things.
Absolutely.
The girls were doing their acting things. Wow.
And I really appreciated. You know what? This isn't a Euphoria recap podcast, so I won't do that.
It doesn't need to. We just did a whole episode of The Color Purple. An
incredible performance. Just amazing. And really, I just cannot fault Zendaya at all. It's difficult to watch. Yeah. As somebody who I've obviously not been on the addicted side of it or the uncontrollable aspect of my personality side of it, but I have, been there as far as like family and close friends, and it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, and she is killing it.
I was roughed up because that opening, which I feel like there's about 17 to 20 minutes before you see a title card.
Right.
But it's like that opening, I've been rude in so many of the things that she did and said there, and I'm not an addict. So
right. Okay.
That was rough.
Yeah. I can see how it would be.
Sweet child, Miss Zendaya, you showed up to play. Zendaya licked her thumb and index finger when she turned those scripts, those pages, and she said, "Oh, girl,
listen,
they don't know. I'm coming to do my job today." God bless her. I hope that she took a long vacation and I don't know, jet skied or had lobster or whatever the fuck her heart desired, and everybody else,
fun
because
things.
This season there ain't no goddamn glitter in the tears. It's just tears.
Yeah,
bitch.
There ain't nothing fun about this.
Yeah, you thought you was gonna glue some Lisa Frank stickers and stars on your eyebrows today,
you
bitch.
Thought.
Not this year, honey. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
All right, so let's actually get into the hot tops this week. Starting with, since we're talking about acting and shit. Well, this is more so music, but it's the Oscars.
Okay.
Beyonce's nominated for her first ever Academy Award.
Yay, go fave.
For Best Original Song. This song is titled Be Alive, and it is part of the soundtrack for King Richard, which stars William Smith, who plays Serena and Venus Daddy. And Be Alive is the jam that I do enjoy. I'm very excited about this, as well as seeing this announcement alongside Beyonce's Edna Mode haircut wig situation. I'm into it. Whoa.
You better let her Bob live.
I'm literally living alongside. Like, this isn't, I'm not joking. I live.
So all those comparisons to Debbie from Addams Family Values, I was like, oh, I see it.
Okay, well, I didn't catch those comparisons, but I do see that as well.
Yeah.
I instantly just was like, oh, Anna Wintour Edna Mode. Got it.
Okay. Yep.
So when I saw that she was she's nominated for Best Original Song, I was like, yay, fave, at the Academy is a reason to wear a gown and be gorgeous and gag literally every equally famous person who's also in the room by your mere presence.
Right.
I love when she walks into the room and it's like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and they're like, girls, code red, Beyonce's here. Oh my God. It's like.
Right. That's if the twins let her go.
Right, if she's allowed.
Right.
She's given permission.
If Blue Ivy stamps it, then she'll be there. Otherwise, she'll be at home with them cheering.
Now, I also thought to myself, okay, original song, Oscars. And then my first thought was, Lin-Manuel's clearing
We've
it.
got to talk about Bruno.
They will be talking about Bruno. No. Oh, whoa. Bitch. Because, girl, first of all, and undeniable bop. There's no dancing around anything but that beat. It's just impeccable. It's music.
Correct.
So when I thought, oh, of course it's Bruno year. Well,
It isn't. It isn't Bruno
It's
Year.
not.
It is
Because
not.
it's not nominated.
It is
So,
not.
I mean, that song's not nominated for Best Original Song. One of the songs from Encanto is, but it's not that one. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this because I don't feel like disrespecting.
It's Dos
that language.
Oruguitas.
Thank you. Great. One of us did it. And then 2 songs I never heard of. And then, Diane Warren wrote this. That's nice.
Who
and
is
then,
shocked?
Right. I mean, hello. And then Billie Elise Neal is nominated for that song from from Spy Man Thriller.
Why would you call her that?
And so, yeah, fun. Congratulations to Beyonce. You know, let's get the status and have a good time. And I absolutely bought that faux latex shit from the Ivy.
Did
the latest
you
Ivy
really?
Park. I did, yes.
I cannot wait. Yes,
I did. I bought the pants as well as the jacket and the gloves.
That's going to be a look. It's going to be gorgeous.
So, yeah, great for you, madam. Well, Nicki Minaj's bike, while a still ever messy legal situation looms in the background, she's returned to the barbs with a brand new song and a brand new video called Do We Have a Problem, featuring Lil Baby, which we talked about. And do we have a problem? Well,
kind of, yeah.
Depends on who you ask.
A little bit.
And depends on what they expected.
It's true. It's true.
What did you think of the moment, the song, the video, the wigs?
Well, I couldn't tell you about the video because I did not watch it. The very first thing I noticed was that the video was about 10 minutes long, and I said, there's no way. Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah.
That means there's multiple skits. And
pauses.
I'm not here for that.
Slow motion edits.
Yeah. So I just listened to the song, and I felt very blah about it. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I'm not inclined to listen to it again at all. So very take it or leave it for me. That's better than it being bad, but obviously that's not great. And I don't know if she's just like throwing stuff out there to see what sticks, to see like what can be big enough to be counted as like a comeback single. I feel like that's what she's been doing with everything she's released lately, but I'm just not impressed with that one.
I wish I would have used my own common God-given sense to also just listen to the song when I saw that the video was about the runtime of a Lord of the Rings film.
Shut up.
But I decided to watch it anyway because I remember seeing that photo of her where she up on that table in the interrogation room with that Romeo and Michelle ass wig on, and she's looking, and I'm like, oh, the girl, she's acting. And I think Nicki's actually a decent actor for what it's worth. I would agree with that. So I'm like, all right, well, let's see what this is giving. And I was told that this video was inspired by the film Salt, starring Angelina Jolie. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Salt. She plays an FBI agent who's secretly actually like a Russian spy mole. And she gets activated and starts capping niggas. It's great. Love it. Classic Angelina action thriller. And apparently Nicki also loves it and decided to make her new comeback music video based on it. The problem for me was I don't understand. I don't see any connectivity between this video and that goddamn movie. I really don't. Aside from this opening scene where she's sitting in the interrogation room and she's talking to Tia Mowry husband and he's clocking her or whatever. Okay. And I was just like, oh yeah, Tia Mowry's husband Corey Hardrick is in it, and then the white man from Power, Lil Baby.
You know I don't watch
attempting
Power.
To act as well. I'm not holding that against you.
You know I don't watch Power. I tried.
I was saying, no. I understand.
Not good.
I understand. And see, that's the thing. This is Power Book Pink. It's the next edition in the Power franchise where Nicki Minaj plays, I don't know, Mary's cousin. It's Power. Like, and so I thought it was laughably embarrassing. Like I
Damn.
I did. But the song itself, like I I watched the video, I cracked up, and then I went back and I listened to the song myself, and I actually do like the song. I agree. I understand why you are like blah about it, because it does sound like nearly any song that pops up in the hip hop category on Spotify every week.
Yep.
Like when the girls drop on Thursday, Friday, it's like, it's giving that.
Yep.
So it's not like anything spectacular or innovative or whatever, but it's got a little bop to it. I could have done without Baby being on it. Even though I really like him and his music, but it's like, girl, at this point he's like ranch dressing or like fries. Like he's with every meal.
Just
like
extra.
You don't,
oh damn.
That's, you know what I mean? It's just
that
like
nigga come with everything.
Yeah, it's just like there's every single week you get 1 to 3, maybe more, Lil Baby verses.
Oh wow.
He's on every. He's having a time, you know.
No
and
idea.
Congratulations to him. He's very popular. He's having his Lil Wayne season.
Okay.
You know, back in the Carter days where Wayne was like. I'm not comparing talent.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
I'm just saying, like, you know, when
Impact.
Wayne had that season where he was literally on every
everything.
single verse.
I remember.
Baby is in his season of that.
Got
right
you.
now.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj has had that season, or a few of them. So it's like, girl, I hear him on a song 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, girl. Like, you're just coming back.
Yeah.
So I would have preferred just hearing her. But I also would have preferred not having watched the video, and I did. So here we are in the facts of our lives.
I mean, like I said, we'll see if this is, because I feel like Nicki is just waiting for something to get big enough to decide to like really come back.
It feels like she played it safe.
Yeah. I mean, and I guess so with this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have heard of Lil Baby, but do I know his face? No. Do I know his music? No. I just know that Lil Baby is very popular, and so I'm not surprised that she would tap
he's
him
not
for
Da
this.
Baby.
And and he's not Da Baby. And I didn't hate his verse either. I actually thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
but
it was.
It just, you could have told me that was pretty much any two people, and I would have believed it. It didn't.
Yep.
It didn't feel particularly Nicki Minaj-ish to me, whatever that means to me. So
first single, she's probably, and again, like, you know that we're sitting here as just people who like music and try to
just
be
regular
fair
people.
and just, you know, whatever.
Regular
versus
people.
the Barbs who are just injecting this intravenously.
Good for them.
And are like going Super Saiyan 4 on this song. And probably the video. They probably have already done their TikTok recreations of the scenes in the video and are having a great time, and that's what matters. So everybody, you know, have a blast. I will be looking, you know, to whatever the next song is, and hopefully it's not Grand Piano, the sequel.
Please.
Grand Piano, the reprise.
Please don't get me back on that, because the worst song. But yeah, Nicki got real problems. Real problems.
The girls married to one, in court with another. Yeah.
So, God bless it.
So did you see Nelly's dick?
I did see Nelly's dick. Thank you for that. I did see that.
Just wanted to ask, see how you've been feeling about that.
I did see it. I was honestly, my first question was, he posted this on purpose?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I think he said he uploaded it accidentally, but I was just,
it feels that way.
Really confused. Like, he had to have been
Given
intoxicated.
The response,
I mean, he had to have been
an
intoxicated when he did that. But yes, I saw the video. I did.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't heard, St. Louis rapper Nelly, seemingly on accident, posted a video of his peen getting sucked on right there on his Instagram stories. And although the video is apparently quickly deleted, it's the internet, honey.
No.
Oh, no.
It's gonna stay.
No.
Forever.
So that's that. And now the girls know what his dick looks like, and saw some, you know, poor girl who was just minding her business, having a good time sucking on his dick on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so now I haven't watched this video because I'm not interested. Surprise. But I enjoyed nearly every single meme that I saw in
Oh my
relation
God,
to it.
you would.
Like, y'all are just reckless and honestly shiftless and disgusting. And like,
It's not a lie. Y'all are. Y'all are those things. For sure.
So, thank you for the laughs. I needed them. I don't know how this has happened to a couple celebrities where they have like accidentally posted nudes or some sort of sex tape or whatever, and it's like, fuck. I'm just like, how? How? Because you have to go through a few steps, not many, but like a couple before it gets posted.
Maybe he thought it was on Close Friends.
But why not just, if they're that close, you can text them, no?
I mean, I'm searching for reasons. That's why I said he must be intoxicated. Because I can't think of any other circumstance where I would post the wrong video to Instagram other than being extremely.
And why not just directly send it to him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really think it was drugs and or alcohol or the both working at the same time. I really do. Because why else would you do this? And like, Nelly knows that his dick is average sized. He knows that. No, see, y'all are laughing and making fun, but that is an average size.
I'm not laughing or making fun. I have not seen it. I'm laughing at the thing that you just said.
Well, I'm just saying, it's average size, and you know how niggas are. And so, like, I just don't think he would have done that unless he was under the influence.
I have so many thoughts here that I have no time or interest in really expanding on. But what I will say is that I do feel for this girl who probably got a litany of text
I feel so bad for her.
Like,
that's so fucked up.
Girl, have you been online? And like, that is incredibly fucked up. Who was this for? And it's like, who were you sending it to? Or what were you doing with this video in the first place? Were you sending it to her?
You know, he was probably pulling it up, to watch it and re-enjoy the moment.
It don't even fucking matter.
That's what I'm saying. Drugs. It had to be drugs. It don't make sense otherwise.
He did say, I sincerely apologize to the young lady and her family. This is unwanted publicity for her / them.
Right.
This was an old video that was private and never meant to go public. And
damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
It really is. Like,
I feel for her because I know people have been. Woo! I know it's been ugly for her as far as like random niggas slut shaming and all that.
And it's like, you're sucking a dick. You know what I mean? Like,
which is something most of y'all do. And yet everybody has all this weird shame about it.
Enjoy it. I could go for it.
Most
right
of y'all do.
Like,
most of y'all do.
Kind of a blast. So it's like, I hate that it's even that, but of course it is,
Yeah.
So whatever. Like, niggas, do the fuck better.
Yeah.
What are you doing with these phones?
This is reckless.
Why are we even letting you girls get the nudes, take the nudes, whatever? Why are we even letting you hit? If you can't just be responsible, what you're going, like, are you fapping?
Right.
What are you doing with this, and why can't you do it?
Right.
With sense and responsibility.
Right. And that's another question. Like, I feel like she knew he was recording, but I'm not sure that she knew he was recording. Like, I don't know that like the light was on or whatever.
Neither here nor there.
I mean, it matters because if you didn't even know he recorded it and then it ends up on Instagram and your whole life changes, then it's like, nigga, I'm finna sue you.
I'm sure she knew that he was recording.
Yeah, I feel like she did.
But the fact of the matter is that, like, that has nothing to do with the fact that I don't need for Instagram to see it. And this, I mean, the fact that he apologized to me makes me feel like she absolutely cares. Because I was going to say, well, maybe she don't give a fuck.
Oh, no.
But
oh, no, I care. I care a lot.
It's like...
I care a lot.
Like, plenty of people send nudes every motherfucking day. This doesn't mean that they need it on somebody's fucking story, whether you're comfortable with your body or not. Be careful.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry, ho. Be careful.
Yeah. And don't violate other people's privacy. That's fucked up.
Why y'all flaming this man for whatever his dick looks like?
Now, so did you not even see a dick look like? Now, so did you not even see a screenshot or nothing? You didn't see a still?
I really don't want to watch it.
Okay. So it is, I will say it's not long. That's the thing. It is fairly short. It looks like it's probably...
Is it crazy that I don't care?
Well, I mean, not fairly short. It's average, but it is, I would say above average in width, probably. But, fairly average in length. And, it's just been a lot of jokes about Nelly having a small dick that I don't know. I feel like I've been to too much school to make dick size jokes. I really do. Like, I really do feel like it's a form of body shaming, and it's just not cool to make fun of people for that.
And so all of you bitches are cock destroyers? Because let me tell you something. Sometimes you need to chill the fuck out and understand that you're not an OnlyFans model, bitch. And even if you are, all sizes and things can rock your motherfucking waves and boat if they know what they're doing. Just the same way that somebody who's got a dick the size of a Prius can literally just ruin your night and your bowels.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It didn't look like the sex wouldn't be enjoyable. It didn't look like it was impossible to have a good time. So I'm like, the girls are, I don't know. I guess this is as close as women get to getting revenge on men who are constantly picking them apart for the way they look. And so they just ran for it. But but I was just like, y'all are doing a lot, because let me tell you something, messing around with these they thems, these dykes. And the way they be going on down to the store and picking up the most ridiculous. I had to tell one nigga,
forearm.
I don't know where you think that's going.
I'm sorry.
Literally, you're buying something else.
So here's the thing, Deidre.
You're buying something else.
Here's the thing, Didi. You had a decision.
I'm not doing it.
You had a choice.
I'm simply not.
And you decided to get real brazen.
You did.
And so I'm sorry to tell you that you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Because nobody is doing anything with that in here besides laughing at it.
Not one fucking, like, this feels like you've been a film for OnlyFans, and I didn't show up for that. That is not, that's not what I'm here for. You're going to go get something reasonable. You're going to get something that makes sense, and then we're going to try this again. I won't be doing that, though.
Do you want to go out back and pitch a couple of rounds, sport?
I'm not doing that. Do you want to take it, nigga? Oh, I didn't think so. Exactly. You got me fucked up.
Are you going to play softball? Because I don't know what else you think that we're going to do with that.
I'm just saying, sexual ability matters a lot more than y'all seem to think it does.
To me.
And maybe these niggas ain't good at sex, so the bigger they dick is, the better you tend to fare.
And you...
Maybe that's it. And maybe that's why y'all
and
are so
y'all...
pressed.
A lot of you aren't even really expecting, demanding, or even asking for more than the bare minimum out of these dicks anyway.
That's true. That's true.
So
y'all be faking it. Y'all be faking it. What's the point in a big dick if you still gotta fake it?
How about everybody be quiet?
What is the point?
Let's just watch the movie.
Nah, I'd rather take a nigga with 6 inches who can actually make me come than a nigga with 9 who ain't doing nothing.
That's just going to get on my goddamn nerves and ruin my fucking cheeks.
You're just going to piss me off. You're just going to piss me off.
I don't care, but what are we done?
Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, Rihanna is pregnant and the girls are gagging. Y'all took some meme of Drake where he's sitting at a game on his phone and are assuming that that was the moment that he in fact unfollowed and blocked both ridiculous. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, and also a screenshot of Karrueche who posted Rihanna's pregnant maternity outfit moment where she was dressed like a character on Blade.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
And that, lots of hand clapping and moments from that. And for both of those things, I will say, y'all are having a great time. Everybody's making their assumptions. I don't know why. The thing that's funny to me is that I think people really think that Drake was on the phone looking at
ain't no way
of Rihanna pregnant with her baby father and was like stewing. Like, people believe it.
Child, why would Drake care? Drake, who has a whole 3-year-old.
Because he's a very light-skinned nigga that clearly cares about these things because he sings and raps about them all the time and is Rihanna.
But
so do I believe that he cares? Sure. Do I think that he cares to the point that he would be like sick and like
publicly sick? Come on.
Right.
Now.
But no, like, and also a nigga that's probably working 26 hours a day.
Yeah.
So he's probably on his phone looking at that screen crazy many times throughout any 24-hour period, girl.
Yeah.
So people taking that video and making fun of it as it pertains to Rihanna's pregnancy, chef's kiss.
Just
great
seems
meme.
weird.
Great meme. But actually feeling like, ugh, look at him. He's so pissed. Like, you have to be 13. Yes,
Yeah.
You're 12.
Yeah,
You're
I
12.
would assume so. I really would. I would assume that very thing because, like, I don't know. I guess me being a person who automatically tries to, like, go to the logical side of things, I don't see why Drake would be pressed over this at all because he and Rihanna have not dated in a long time. He has a baby. They have both obviously moved on. She's now pregnant. So it's like,
that does not stop a nigga from being.
I mean, perhaps, and I understand that, but I just don't. Some of the discourse around, like, Drake must be sick. I'm like, really? You think so? Because I feel like Drake has a lot of other things to do, but maybe he is, child. Maybe he is.
It's just, water cooler banter. Sometimes there's not much like depth or nuance to it when you're talking about celebrity gossip.
That's true.
It's just like everybody, when Nelly's dick came out, everybody was like, Ashanti.
Right.
And I'm sure she got up on the phone, on the internet, and was just like, now, my lips are not pressed against this man's penis in this video. I have not seen this nigga besides that verses. Hadn't seen or spoken to that motherfucker in a coon's age.
Right.
And I still wouldn't have spoken to him at that goddamn verses if he didn't clear half the stage to come and talk to me.
Yep.
And yet here y'all are still putting my name in this goddamn shit as if this has anything the fuck to do with me. The only reason you're doing it is because you know me and you know him and you know that we've dated, even though that was like when some of y'all were motherfucking in like the maternity ward still.
It's true. It's true.
Like literally in an incubator. Shut up. What are you? But it's fun. I get it. The same way it was fun for me to think of Karrueche posting that photo of her pregnant as a knife twist. Because I'm petty and that's fun.
Okay.
And I'm sure she was just like, you know what? This lady looks so gorgeous. Congratulations to her. I hope she's happy. And she better serve it in this pregnancy. I'm sure that's all it was.
Yeah.
But for me, as a petty person that is pretending like y'all bitches are clearly, I was like, ooh, twist that knife, bitch. Twist it.
Now
yes.
that don't.
Ooh, yes. Get into it, bitch. Absolutely. Because what's going to really sink the teeth in, bitch, when the one of the past
please don't bring him
sees
up.
his sickening ex.
Oh, she is.
Finally pregnant with a baby that ain't yours.
And that's the
happy
thing.
as all days, smiling ear to ear, richer than when you were fucking her. And now, now, the other ex that you were manipulating and pitting against and going and back and forth and doing all that other shit. Now, piecing up, also successful on her own right, richer than when you were fucking her, just completed a campaign for Beyonce's clothing line, and is what? Oh, hey, other ex.
Yep.
You look good, hun. Ooh, twist it, girl, twist it. Yeah, twist it. Like that. Since we're pretending and having fun.
Yeah,
that was it for me. Because Mama didn't even put a caption, not even an emoji. She just posted Rihanna's picture.
Know who it is
on their fucking.
Know what it is.
I mean, like,
right, exactly. But I do like that the idea that first of all, that was a long time ago for both of them at this point.
So long.
But, it's nice to see the girls grow up and move on from petty, ridiculous things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I live for that. It looks great on Karrueche. Mama's like, I'm sorry, do you not know that I'm an actor? I'm sorry, have you not heard the several acting, screen actor gilding seasons?
Oh, wow.
Of the critically she's like, Mama's an actor.
Yeah, she's out here doing her own thing and clearly not worried about Christopher, who has like 2 or 3 kids at this point. So
she's like, I'm sorry, I have nothing but vibes.
Yep. That's all I have for you.
Congrats, Riri.
Yep. Amen.
Never getting that album, but you're looking great, huh?
Yeah, y'all are never, but I think we talked about that last week, but y'all are never getting that. So
Anti still flips my shit.
It's good.
And Mama took her time after doing several back-to-back ones that was like, I'm going to put my ass in this one because when I'm done,
I'm done, bitch.
You can kiss it until I get ready again.
Exactly.
And that's the era that we're in right now, and I respect that. Rihanna was releasing like 2 albums a year.
She was.
To clear it out of that bullshit.
And everybody was like, God damn, Rihanna won't let us breathe.
Like, girl, can I learn some
Every
lyrics?
6 weeks, here go another album. But she was smart about it. I have to give it to her. She burned through that bullshit. Mad. She put out an incredible work with Anti. And I mean, I like most of Rihanna's albums. So honestly, most of her music.
That's the gag. It's not like they weren't even like trash.
It's not even 7 terrible albums, right? The girl has bops. And she looks like that on top of it. So it's impossible to
what an icon.
Right. It's impossible to hate on her at this point. But I know. Rihanna with her little brown baby.
Oh my gosh.
But as long as she's happy, I'm happy for her. That man,
I want her and that baby.
Talk about, but I'm happy for her.
What I will say is they are both got face cards, platinum.
Listen.
Holographic.
Cheekbones.
So
please.
Structure. The structure.
This baby gonna come out chiseled.
Like, yassified.
What a
right
face.
Out the womb.
Yes, that skeleton that Rihanna is building right now, iconic.
The baby gonna come out, not even cry. The baby gonna come right out the vagina and be like, so first let's discuss this lighting. Because, like, what we're not going to do on my first day here is fuck up the photographs.
Not
all right?
shadows on my birth announcement, girls. Please. Act like you are professionals.
I hope that she takes this baby to Barbados for like extensive summers.
Oh yeah.
So that the baby can have the accent.
Just take the baby to Barbados.
Or just the end.
Just go to Barbados and leave us.
Why not?
Yep. And take that man and just be like, you know what? America, girl, we'll see y'all when my child is ready for like 3rd grade. But we're going to go to the island. We're going to go to the island and have a good ass time.
And see her fucking... her huge is that poster still up in the airport?
I bet it is. Why would it be gone? Right.
Why would they ever take it down? For what reason? It wasn't her birthday when we went in there. It was a Tuesday.
Just as soon as you get off
Honey,
the plane
if you
in
get
Barbados.
to this country, you're gonna know what time it is.
Period. And all the people telling us,
what's her name?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, Rihanna owns a house. Rihanna owns a house like 5 doors down from y'all. Like, okay, I'm sure she do. I'm sure she do. They are extremely proud of her, as they should be. And I wouldn't be surprised if she was like, we're going home. So,
hello.
But yeah. Anyway, enough standing for Rihanna's
and
fetus.
Harlem.
Yeah.
Oh, what a baby. Sickening baby.
What a baby.
Half island, half Harlem.
Woo!
Go off.
I mean,
and your fucking mother is going to dress you?
That's a lot of Harlem niggas, actually.
I mean, the baby's dad is also fashionable. He shouldn't share his opinions. But, like, you're going to be dressed and half Barbados and half Harlem?
Yeah.
Work out. All right, that's it for the hot tops this week. We're going to take a break and come read your letters. Hey, y'all. So listen. One thing I can promise you is that right now, more than ever, while we are still existing in this pan au chocolat, I have been shopping online more than ever. And so if you are someone out there who has got a shop online, you need to be making sure that you can keep up with the pace of someone like me who is a nutbird and is constantly in the checkout section. So make sure that you are working with Shipstation if you need some help, because you can save time. They'll funnel all your orders into one simple interface, no matter where you're selling from. So you can manage pretty much all your orders from anywhere, even your phone, if you're an on-the-go girl who, maybe is going down to the fancy cafe that we talked about, St. Ames, to go and have chocolate and tea and fire people. And so you have to be able to, handle your business. You'll also save money because you'll be able to compare carrier options and choose the best shipping solution every single time. Your business can access the same discounted rates that are usually reserved for Fortune 500 companies. Will they be pissed about it? Of course, because they don't feel like you deserve it. But that's what makes it all the more delicious. And not only that, but you'll also save your sanity, because you'll know that your orders are being handled with the best rates, and you're not going to have to pull out your eyelashes. 98% of companies that use Shipstation for a year keep using it for as long as they're in business. We have used Shipstation, well, Alex has used Shipstation for our merch items for quite some time. And so even right now, if you're trying to buy your Valentine's Day, the Reed candles to argue with your best friends over whether or not you're trying to take their man, you'll probably be getting it by way of Shipstation. Ship more in less time with Shipstation. Use our offer code READ to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free, no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to shipstation.com and click on the microphone at the top of the page and type in READ. That's Shipstation, where you can make ship happen. Now let's get back to the show. Alrighty, folks, it's time to read your letters.
Yes, it is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com, and we may just read them aloud on the show. I am going to, you know what? Let's start with a gay man named DJ. DJ says...
It's always a gay man named DJ.
My best friend and I have been friends for about 13 years. We met in high school, but once college came around, we went to different schools and we drifted apart for a bit. We reconnected about 5 years ago, and we've been thick as thieves ever since. Recently, our friendship has hit a speed bump because I started dating one of his friends behind his back. When he finally...
Well, it might
do it. Yeah. It might. When he found out and we finally talked about it, he said that I move funny and he was going to be more selective with who he brings around me since he was the one who introduced us.
Well,
I felt like that reaction was kind of strong, but I just apologized for not looping him in. And I accepted it.
I don't know why that cracks my shit.
It's been a couple of months since all of this transpired, and for some reason, my best friend is still being really weird with me. He said we were good, but it feels like he's still harboring some feelings about the situation and just won't say what it is. He and his friend that I'm dating both live in Atlanta, and I'm moving there next week.
Oh, girl. Well,
so what
Exhibit A.
What I thought was about to be a fun time with my man and my friend seems like it's about to be a mess. What do y'all think about this situation? Would you be mad if your friend was messing around with your other friend behind your back? Should I confront him again to see why maybe he's still feeling this way? P.S. A few of my other friends told me that they think my best friend has secret feelings for me, but he is in a relationship and does live with that nigga, so I don't think
this
so.
Same friend?
So the best friend is in a relationship.
They think the best feel like he likes him.
Right. The other friends feel like the best friend likes DJ, but the best friend has a man that he lives with. So DJ's like,
I wonder,
I don't know about that.
Did they? Because have they been saying that, or is that something that they've been saying?
That's interesting.
I want to know if they're saying that like as maybe he approached them about this same thing, or if that's something they have said before. But neither now, I guess.
That's interesting because maybe they brought this up before and they like, see, told you, that's why that nigga being weird. But,
right.
You know, since we don't know that, I would just say that if I were your friend, DJ, I would feel super weird about the fact that you just didn't say nothing. And I would feel weird about both of y'all for not saying nothing. The whole y'all are grown. You can do whatever you want to do. Obviously, you don't need my permission or anything like that. But it just seems odd that like you started dating somebody I introduced you to and didn't say nothing to me about it. So I would really question both of y'all as to why that was. Because like, are we not friends? I don't get it. Why would you tell other people you were dating this nigga and not me?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. But would I be
like
pissed? Probably
blanks.
not. Yeah, there's some things here I'm not getting, and maybe y'all have had some sexual tension. Maybe he and this other friend have had some sexual tension, or maybe they have a past you don't know about. That was my first thought, honestly, that he has feelings for this other man or vice versa, or they've fucked around before.
We're talking about gays in Atlanta, girl.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but...
Welcome inside. Okay. We got Imodium and Fleeting Back.
I didn't want to say...
Nature Valley.
I didn't want to say it, but it is not unheard of, really amongst anybody, but especially amongst gay niggas, that they have slept with their friends. And
so many of us.
Right. So I would assume that, honestly, my first thought
before
would
y'all start, I have not slept with any of my friends that y'all know. Get into that. Moving on.
Love that caveat. Love that y'all know.
Because before y'all start your
somebody
theories,
gonna be like, oh, you and Dustin. Like,
so
everybody calm down. Nobody is saying that, but I would just assume that he has some feelings about this other nigga, or something has happened that I don't know about. And I would be like, you know what? I understand that, like, you were probably pissed at me for not being forthcoming with you. And if I were you, I would explain why that was. But I would also say, you know, it feels like you're not okay with it. And I just want to talk about it and clear the air because it feels like something is off between us.
I agree 100,000%.
Oh,
like,
amen.
Every single thing. Because it's like, I also would not feel a way if my friend was dating one of my other friends. Mm-hmm. If anything, I would be nervous about the possibility of a fallout.
Yes, because don't put me in the middle of y'all shit.
I'm you know right now. God bless. That's it.
Yeah, because I have been there before. I have been the bitch who dated somebody in the friend group, and everybody was like, if y'all hoes break up, we will not be picking sides. And I was in my feelings when we broke up and niggas didn't pick sides. Like, you have to, it
sucks.
Yeah.
But it's a risk you're
taking.
And
that's a risk of dating in the friend group. Yes. And thankfully, you know, we've recovered and we're all still friends, but it does not always end like that. And
it doesn't.
So for me, it's more of the secrecy than anything else. Like, why did you feel like you couldn't say something? And that goes for both of y'all.
Thinking.
Yeah.
I would love to know why you felt like not sharing this with your friend. Mm-hmm. Do you know specifically why? If you don't, I would encourage you to get to the bottom of that. And then you can properly address it. Because, I mean, first and foremost, assuming that your friend doesn't have feelings for you, mm-hmm. You know, at that point, it really is just about, like, transparency. Why aren't you sharing this with me?
Right.
Like, what is it about me or us or anything that you wouldn't just be like, hey, so I like such and such and we here going out, or, you know, like, I don't.
Yeah.
But it also, for me, after a conversation wouldn't be a big deal. You know, mm-hmm. Like, if I talk to you about it and I'm just like, so why wouldn't you tell me about that? Like, that actually, you know, it bothers me or hurt my feelings or whatever, however you feel about it. And if you tell me, granted, you know, we're assuming it's not something fucking stupid or offensive, but, like, if you tell me, I'd be like, girl, okay, well, God bless.
Remember to keep me out of it.
Remember?
Right.
Like,
unless it's like abuse.
Find an outlet.
Keep me out of it.
Obviously. Right. But, like, I hope you have an outlet. Because I just want to stay friends with everybody.
Yep.
And great. You know, it sounds like a brunch is going to be extra lit.
It does.
But you don't have to sit next to each other every time.
Oh, my God.
Don't be obnoxious.
Oh, my God. Please. Do couples know they don't have to sit next to each other? I feel like they don't.
Girl, you don't.
I feel like they don't know that. I feel like they don't know that.
I be the bitch sometimes, especially in group settings like that, where it's just like, I'll go out of my way to not. Because I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Please.
Like,
especially if, like, everybody is cool with this nigga, let that nigga go sit somewhere else. But
get to know a bitch.
Whatever. Y'all be ordering.
Say hello.
Y'all be coordinating y'all's orders so y'all can eat off each other's plates or whatever. Relationship.
Yeah, he'll have No, he won't. No, he won't. Today he's not. Today he's ordering for himself because I been knew this bitch. And ain't none one of us ever ordered nothing for this nigga at brunch ever in his goddamn days.
Yeah.
So he won't have it.
Yeah.
What were you gonna have, Malik? Tell her what you'll have. Like,
yeah. He's having shrimp and grits today. Normally he keeps his strictly
like
protein.
he always does and says out of his mouth.
He's going to have the grits. But yeah, DJ, you even use the words like behind his back. Like, so
right.
It's like you feel a sense of guilt, like you were sneaking around and deliberately not telling your friend. And so that is a conversation to have. But you know what? I feel the same way. Like if we talked about it, I would be like, okay, bitch, well, just remember that like
already.
That's your business. And also, I don't see me having an attitude about it 2 months later unless I have feelings for one of y'all.
Same. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of this is giving me, like, classic street gay mess. And I love it. But yeah, no, like, even the fact, like, you pointed out a good thing, which is the mention or the wording of, like, behind his back mixed with, like, oh, well, our friends say that he has feelings for me or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so when are y'all sitting back clucking about this bitch and his feelings about you or possible feelings for you? But yeah, because, like, me personally, it wouldn't be 2 months before I cleared you. Like, you're either going to say something or I'm going to say something. We're having this conversation.
Absolutely.
So, we're getting to the bottom of it. And then, like I said, once we do, I'm going to be like, okay, well, good luck. Mm-hmm. Don't be, annoying.
Yep.
And congrats, But if there are feelings, then that would explain why things would still be kind of prickly and strange. But it almost feels to me like you knew there were feelings.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
prior to anybody. Like, it feels like you were aware more of the tone of that relationship with this friend than you're leading on, or you think you're leading on in this letter. And so it feels like there's a lot of honesty that needs to take place from multiple sides here. In Atlanta, good luck. But
you didn't have to do that.
I know. Now I'm just being like egregious and like disgusting. But yeah, no, like this just sounds like I'm young and gay and, just like being silly and whatever. But
absolutely.
If I had to guess, I would say that your friend either has feelings for that friend or you.
Yep, I agree.
And is not being honest about it. And that is why things are the way that they are. And I would say you either knew that and that's why you were behaving like however behind their back, which is not cool. Or there's some other element to this relationship with this guy that was keeping you from being honest about it, which is strange, regardless of whether or not your friend has feelings for anybody in this mix. To find out however long later that it's like, oh, y'all been kicking it and doing X, Y, and Z. And
right. It's like, why wouldn't you say something?
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I agree. It is weird. So, best of luck to you, DJ, as you have this conversation. I hope you and your friend can repair your relationship. Our next letter comes from Freddie, who says, I have a friend who is a newly practicing mental health counselor, and I have asked them multiple times throughout their schooling and now to please not therapize me while I'm sharing my life updates and issues and stuff like that. I have my own therapist,
girl,
who is paid to do exactly that. And I want to keep my friend as my friend. I've recently been feeling some depression coming on and a huge lack of motivation, which is very out of character for me. This could not come at a more inconvenient time because I have a full-time job and I'm working on a PhD and I have a lot of hard deadlines.
It's inconvenient for most of us.
Yeah.
But I hear you.
Right. I mean, the PhD, girl, God bless it. But okay. This friend recently reached out because they want to plan a trip. I tried to play along and act like I was excited, but ultimately I told them that I don't have the energy to think about that right now, and I haven't been feeling like myself lately. I thought that I got through to my friend and they seemed understanding, but less than 24 hours later, this friend was sending multiple messages about hotels and flights and different cities to visit. All I want to do is put my phone on D&D and do the bare minimum of what is required for the day and go back to bed.
Which... what an invention.
Do y'all have...
not disturb?
Oh, it's amazing. top 2 and not number 2. But do y'all have any advice on how to more clearly communicate to friends that you don't have the capacity to do anything right now other than make it through to the next day? Thanks. Love, Freddie.
Wow. So Freddie's been reading my diary.
Wow.
And I'll be suing her.
Really?
Yeah. No, this isn't like a current issue for me.
I was about to say, I hope you don't think I'm therapizing you. I don't think I'm doing that.
No, but I have had this issue like a few times in my life, in all of my lifelong existence dealing with depression, anxiety, and whatever behavioral disorders I struggle with. Sometimes I need an ear and a heart, and I don't need like a big old brain. Like sometimes I just need for you to
be a human.
Be like, you know what, bitch? I just realized that I was like clocked back in my chair. I'm sorry. This chair is so comfortable.
You were way back.
And you
were like, what, Mike?
So far away from my microphone. But yeah, sometimes I just need someone to be like, you know what, bitch? You're right. And that fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. Unless I'm wrong. Like I don't need enabling or like lies. Yeah, don't tell me that I'm right if I'm wrong. But like sometimes if I'm ranting or whatever, I just need someone to be like, I hear you. Yep. And that fucking sucks. And I'm sorry that it sucks. And what are things that we could do so that it doesn't suck? Are there things that we could do so that it doesn't suck? Do you want some ice cream? Do you want me to sit here and just be quiet on the phone with you and you're quiet? Do you want me to Uber Eats you? I was on Kara Mahorn, the blurred girl who I mentioned last week, maybe right before I was on her podcast. On her show on Twitch. I was like lurking in her chat, I think last night. And she had Jean Grey on.
Oh, okay.
Dope. Sickening. Hello? What? Like, work. Illustrious gift. But I like clicked on right as she was talking about this, and she said like something to the effect of like, one of the best things you could do for someone who's like dealing with depression is send them like a Grubhub or like a Postmates card. And I was like, yes. Yeah. Maybe sometimes, rather than being like, let me thumb through my mental Rolodex of whatever I feel like, mental health, success and learning.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and give you my unsolicited schooling advice or whatever. This is like, no, sometimes I could just send you $20 to buy some wings.
Okay.
Because that will have a far more impactful results on my damn day.
Okay.
Whatever I'm paying hundreds of dollars to a doctor to say to me any fucking way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just need people to just listen. But that said, I feel like you also have to be honest and be transparent and help people learn how to help you. Because maybe this person has other people in their life who deal with similar things, and the way that they deal with them is incredibly effective. And maybe it sucks when it's you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody is different. So you have to sometimes come outside of your own pride and be like, hey, especially if you know where like their heart is coming from. If they're just blowing smoke up your ass because they want to feel like, a daytime talk show host,
okay,
then fuck that. You know what I mean? Right. But like, if you know that they're coming from a good place, sometimes you have to just breathe and be like, listen, I appreciate that you're trying to help me, but this isn't really helpful. This might be, or I don't even really know what could be. But I know that this
ain't it, right?
But I love you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you have to help people help you.
Yes.
So it's a mixture of things. I get it, but you can't just sit back and be like, well, you have to do better. And that's that. Like,
you need to know what I need. Like, how though?
Right? How? Like you have to.
You
say
have to
something.
tell me. Yeah, you have to tell me if this isn't helpful.
Especially if I'm not your damn doctor, bitch. If I was, then I might have had years and years of education on how to like get through to you.
Right.
If I'm just your friend, bitch, help.
Yeah. So, honestly, Freddie, I felt a little attacked when I read your email. And I was
You don't really do that.
I was going to say, I feel like I don't. I feel like when people call me and they are just needing to talk to somebody, I feel like that's what I do. But, you know, as a counselor in training, I'm very I'm hyper aware of my actions and their effect on other people. So I'm like, is this me? Oh God. Am I like analyzing my friends every time they talk to me? But then also I felt like this letter wasn't really about that because I kind of almost didn't even understand why you put this part in here because it was like, I've asked them not to, you know, play therapist with me. And yet the problem is that they're not listening to you, which is the opposite of what a therapist does. So I was kind of confused by that because the issue is that like you said, I don't have the space for this. And they were like, here go flights.
Yeah.
Which is...
But I don't think that that's probably a light bulb for them as they're listening.
Probably so.
As they're listening to you say that.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
They're like,
because
wait a minute.
It's true. It is true. But it's like you're playing a therapist is the difference.
Yeah.
I think that like for some people who behave like that,
Yeah.
you're behaving the way that you think a therapist behave.
Right.
When the therapist I had that I pay for, that knows how to do her job, does not do that.
Yeah, no, listening is like the main thing you do in therapy. So I feel like, so that to me, those two parts of the story didn't really seem to go together. But you said, you know, you felt like you had gotten through to them and they seemed understanding and yet they're still doing all this. So maybe you just need to make it super clear and super brief with like, when I said I don't have the energy to do this and I'm not feeling myself lately, I meant you can count me out of the trip.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going. I have a PhD that I'm working on. I have a full-time job. I have my own mental health issues. I have my own therapist to work me through those. So don't need any recommendations. Thanks. But like this trip that you're planning, I won't be able to make it. Like maybe you just need to be super explicit with this friend. It's strange that they're a counselor and didn't hear what you were saying there. But, you know, again, this is your friend and not your therapist. So we can expect to have to say things to our friends that we don't have to say to our therapists because, you know, not trained professionals.
On Jehovah Jireh. Because, bitch. Like, I am totally into spelling it incredibly plain and clear.
Yep.
Like literally the words that you just said, practically verbatim.
Just like that. I can't
like
do
just
it.
like that.
I'm not able to make it. And it's not that I don't want to go, but I'm not in a headspace to go. And I hope you have a good time.
And it's like at that point, after literally being like A, B, C, D.
Right.
And like circle goes to circle, square, square.
Yep.
Like
all that.
After that, if it persists, it's like, which one of us needs to talk to somebody?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like at this point.
Okay, because I have learned there are far too many therapists in training who have never been in therapy. Far too many. And maybe your friend is one of those. But if they don't get a
do you need to shadow somebody?
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes friends don't catch hints and you have to be very direct.
Yes.
And I tend to be a very direct person anyway, but everybody isn't. And so maybe you just need to be like, girl, I will not be able to go. Best of luck. But better for me to tell you now while you're still planning than when you think you have a head count and then niggas drop out at the last minute like y'all love to do. So.
And because here's the thing. You ain't going.
You're not going.
And so that's the long and short of it.
You're not
you know
going.
What I mean? Like there isn't really a necessity. Like there's no need for like long talk or raised blood pressure or anything because you're not going. You're not.
I'm not going.
So you really you've shared the information. You're leaving it bare. And honey, when you ain't there, they're gonna realize you were serious.
Yep.
Like if they don't catch on prior to that, when your ass is at home,
Yep.
Then they realize, oh, I guess that bitch means what that bitch said.
When you never paid the deposit for the resort, they're going to be like,
Oh,
I suppose Freddie can't make it. No, I suppose Freddie can't, girl. I suppose I cannot. I told you I'm not. So like, once I got another text less than a day later with flights and stuff, I would have been like, perhaps I wasn't clear.
Yeah.
So let me take the opportunity to say I won't be there. And like, if we're friends, I will say this in a way that is gentle and obviously not like, girl, fuck you on your vacation.
Exactly.
It's not that, but it's, you know, like, I love you. However, I'm dealing with a lot of my own shit. And, sorry to jump into therapist mode for a second, but sometimes we isolate when what we really need is to be around other people.
True.
I will just say that. Sometimes we are pulling away from the people who love us when what we really need is to let them put their arms around us. But you can't rebuke people 8,000 times and expect them to still do that. Like, eventually they're going to take your hint and be like, okay, the bitch said no, so we're going to leave her alone. So you need to decide, like, you need to also, you know, think about this a little bit. Be like, would it be good for me to go anyway, or can I really not do it? And if you really can't do it, then say, listen, I simply can't, and best of luck. But sometimes, and I know this personally because depression has been whooping my ass for most of my life. Every time that I want, not every, I'll say 95% of the time, when I want to withdraw from everybody else, what I really need is to push myself out anyway. That would be the best thing for me. But I want to hide, and so I hide. So you have some thinking to do about that, but also your friends have to respect where you are. And if you can't do it, then you just can't. And that is okay. You still my nigga. You know, you just can't come on this one trip. There will be others. So, yeah, it's a difficult conversation maybe, but, you know, think about it and then let them know one way or the other how you really feel.
Right.
Yep. And let that be that. Okay. Our last letter comes from Stacy. Stacy says, I am a Black woman in my mid-30s and my ex is in his late 30s. We met in July of 2020 after having some conversations via Twitter direct messages, and we hit it off amazingly.
You are in your mid-30s.
I immediately made up my mind that I wanted to be with him. We talked about it and we decided to be together. It was slow moving at first, but I thought we were making it work. In December of that year, 5 months in, I got pregnant.
Oh, boy.
In January, he was acting real funny and broke up with me via text message. And that's how I ended up telling him that I was pregnant. Yes, I told him via text because he broke up with me via text like a fucking coward. In late February, I started pressing him more and he admitted that he was dating somebody else and I was heartbroken. He let me know that his new girl knew all about me and my pregnancy and she was okay with it.
Yeah, all right.
In May, he said that the two of them were serious and that information put me in the hospital. I literally crumbled under the weight of all of it. However, I did get better and our son was born last September. My ex was there for the birth and he spent 2 days with me in the hospital while I was there, but he was texting her a whole lot during that time and that infuriated me. Our son is now 5 months old and I have told my ex that I do not want my baby around that low down pathetic bitch. I barely want him around. I barely want him around, but I can't change that. My question is, am I wrong for still being incredibly hurt and angry at not only him, but at her? Am I wrong for not wanting her around my baby at all? Cap block. That I don't trust a woman.
We get it. Fuck her.
That I don't trust a woman who would place herself in this situation.
Girl, what?
Unfortunately, I really am still in love with my ex and the hurt here is incredible. Not sure what to do. Any advice is welcome. Thanks, Stacy. Bless it.
I'm gonna let you get started because I don't want to be insensitive.
I don't either. Which is why I will say you're never wrong for your feelings.
Exactly.
You're not wrong for being hurt or angry because that is just how you feel and there's no wrong way to feel. But you do have to balance your feelings against the facts of the situation. the fact of the situation is that you got pregnant 5 months after you met this man, and he decided to break up with you. That's hurtful. And I'm not going to deny you of that. But again, the fact is that he has decided to not be with you. So if y'all are going to have a healthy co-parenting relationship, clearly you wanted this baby, who I'm sure you adore, then you are going to have to accept that he is not in a relationship with you. And you keeping the baby or having the baby was not going to change that.
I mean, it doesn't sound like he doesn't sound all that great.
No, I mean, he abandoned you in the middle of your pregnancy. He sounds like a shithead. And so I fully get being like hurt and angry about this, not towards her, because I mean,
she didn't do anything
really
to you.
has nothing to do with this.
And she likely will be the next pregnant, miserable bitch who was wondering why she ever even said hello to this nigga.
Y'all finna be, I mean, I won't say finna, but y'all might be in the baby mama club together. So I wouldn't be spending too much time being upset with her. Like, you're mad at her for placing herself in the situation, meaning
you gave her all caps. Did you give him all caps?
Being with a man who has a baby on the way. But honestly, she is interchangeable. She could be anybody. There will always be somebody willing to be with a man. So being mad at her, I feel, is energy that you are wasting when you could be mad at him for abandoning you while you were pregnant. And that is a valid way to feel. So
I don't think I think it's completely fair to not want her around your child.
It is.
Because it's your child and you can not want anybody around your child.
It's fair, right?
The mailman around
and she literally says she don't even want him around her baby. Like, of course, it is fair to feel that way. But he is the child's father. And so he is entitled to visitation and to see his baby or whatever. You know, like, he's entitled to be a part of his baby's life. And as long as he's not abusive or neglectful, then it's probably best that he is part of the baby's life.
But here's the thing also, you're going to have to do, is like, from my perspective, start doing the work now to build a goddamn bridge. Yep. Because all of that manipulation of like, oh, well, you can't be around the baby if she's going to be there, whatever. Because if he does get serious with this girl, then you have to understand that she's going to be spending a lot of time with him, which means the amount of time that he spends with his child, if he can't spend it with the both of them, is going to be limited. And at that point, that's fucking ridiculous, because unless this lady like chain smokes or is going to be like shooting up with next to the baby or like some wild, crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Watching Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, like, unless it's just something completely that endangers the child or something, at some point you're just like, you're fussing and you're making shit for the sake of making shit that really affects your child and affects the mental health of you and this other parent, which then affects the mental health of the kid. When in reality, you could be like, you know what? Fuck you and her. Make sure that my baby is safe, fed, and comes back to me just as clean, sparkling, and pristine as that motherfucker was when I dropped him off.
Exactly.
That's it.
You have a lot of feelings right now. You have a lot of hormones right now. And all of that is real. And nobody would be mad if you were like, if she's, so I think the real issue here, Stacey, is that you have feelings for him. You want him to be your man.
Why?
Can't figure that part out.
Right. Yeah.
But,
you're right.
You know, you said you still love him. The hurt is incredible. For the sake of your child, though, you are going to have to move past that. And nobody is going to fault you if you're like, listen, if this woman is going to be around, then obviously I need to get to know her. And maybe the three of y'all need to be around when he sees the baby, something like that. Like, this is why co-parenting is difficult. I mean,
you need another party if you're going to do, because you clearly hate both of these motherfuckers.
That's why I say you got to move on. You got to move on past this nigga first.
But the way that this letter was written and worded doesn't sound like you are anywhere near.
Nope. I agree.
figuring out how that works.
Not at all.
So it's going to take some time for you to invest in getting over a hurt like that just takes time. Period. Regardless of how you what he did was fucked up. Breaking up with you in a text, fucked up. Abandoning you while you're pregnant, fucked up. Incredibly just callously moving on and basically being like, fuck your feelings about it. Like, yes,
horrible.
Fucked up. So you being hurt and taking time to get past that hurt makes sense.
It does.
But what I would definitely suggest you do not do is sit back and stew in that hurt because you feel like you feel entitled to it and then just like expand upon it because of how frustrated you are with this nigga and how he did you and the fact that this girl fell out of the sky. It's not going to do anybody any favors. It's not going to make you feel better. It's not going to do anything. And then you're going to fall on your face one day when you do get into an argument with this motherfucker and let it slip that you're still in love with him. And then you go feel crazy for saying that shit to him while you still... Just start the work now. Do the Googles. Find a forum. If you don't have a therapist, get one now. Talk to your closest friend or family member that knows how to listen and make you laugh or do whatever. Do the work now to get past it. Because ultimately, this nigga ain't shit and he's going to continue to not be shit or really like a non-factor in your life outside of being your child's other parent. Meaning for you, as it pertains to just you, that nigga ain't nobody. And she certainly ain't nobody. So as I said, you have to do the work now to get to the point where it's like, I don't give a fuck what y'all are doing in that motherfucking house as long as my child is safe, fed, and like I said, comes back to my house clean, pristine,
unscratched,
and sparkles.
Not doing that bullshit where Summer Walker was like, why do my baby have all these marks and shit on her? None of that bullshit.
And not answering text messages and all that other stuff to answer me. You can't show me where the fucking baby is sleeping. All of that stuff we're not going to do.
But it is interesting that he broke up with you before he knew you were pregnant. Like, you hadn't told him that when he broke up with you. So that's a very difficult position to be in. Like, I really feel for you because, well, I mean, it's hard because you are growing this baby. You feel like you and your nigga are having a good relationship, but then he starts moving funny and then he breaks up with you. And then you find out a couple of months later that he has another girl that he is like really serious about. Like, this is a lot of things to go through at once. And especially while you're pregnant. And like, you thought your pregnancy was going to go one way and it went the complete opposite. And you probably missed out on a lot of support and like love and daily interaction that you really needed and could have used and should have had. So
here's the other thing.
That is hard. I'm just saying, like, I want to express a lot of empathy for you because you're in a very difficult situation. And at the same time, I want to say that it is clear what is going on here. And it is in the best interest of you and your baby for you to let this man be a parent and establish a level of trust with him to where you're comfortable with him, you know, being a parent to this child. You should meet this other woman once you get to a place where you don't want to, you know, spit in her face. And yeah, I think the healing and the moving on has to happen here. I know you're hurt and it still has to happen.
You have no choice.
Life is not fair. And sometimes we have to do extremely shitty things because that is just life. And you're in one of those situations. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Stacey. You're not wrong for any of your feelings. But you do need to think about parenting.
And they're fresh.
Right. Like, this time last year, you were pregnant. This is just now happening to you. In a few years, you're going to be like, child, thank God. Because I finally found me a nigga who is actually worth a damn. And blah, blah, blah.
You will literally look back at this and be like, I cannot believe I was so twisted over this.
I was tripping off that nigga. Wow.
That's why you want to invest in getting there ASAP. That way, you're not adding to anything to look back on and be like, oh, I can't even believe I gave him the satisfaction.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like, just get there now and focus on having the happiest, healthiest baby that you can possibly have that will do something, hopefully, to make this world less shitty if they can. And, you know,
the world lasts that long.
Let him. And here's the thing you also have to remember. Two things. You didn't get pregnant by Peter Quill's daddy. He ain't no alien. There are plenty of outlets for niggas who have also been done wrong by a fuck nigga who are like, here's how I overcame. Women, thou art loose. And then also, I forgot the other one.
Okay.
But
all right.
I meant it. Is what it's what's no. The other one was like, she likely is not like, you know, someone who has graduated his state of mind and changed him. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
If anything, since you hate her so much, rest assured he's gonna drive her motherfucking ass crazy too. So
Probably.
he's no longer he's less your problem. You still gotta deal with him. But you'll be all right.
Yeah. You will. You will get past this. But it is going to take a lot of work. And honestly, this is why I tell the girls that if that nigga's baby is still in Pampers, leave him alone. Ain't no way. That is advice that
really should be clung to. Cling onto it.
Because your baby mama absolutely has feelings. She absolutely does. It's insane to think
unless it was like where it was like, oh, that was the homie and we made an agreement.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Unless it was like we're 40 and we decided to have a baby completely platonically. That's obviously not y'all.
Or one of us is super queer and we just like,
or both of us.
Or both of us.
Right. And we just said, let's do it.
But other than that,
let's make it happen, Captain.
If that nigga got on Huggies, just go ahead and shake hands and go somewhere else.
Yep. That's why I tell the girls that all the time. Please do not get involved with these niggas who have fresh children in the world. But yeah, you have a lot of hard work to do. And I wish you the best, mama. Remember to be gentle with yourself and to love on your baby and just do your best to move on past this nigga. Because truly, there's better waiting for you. What you don't need to do is pine after and be desperate for a man who has made it clear that like you are not where he wants to be. There is a love out there for you and you deserve to have it. So good luck to you moving forward. I think we are going to end the letters right there. So we're going to take another quick break. If you have a question for us, send it to asktheread@gmail.com and we'll be right back. Hey, y'all, when it comes to big life decisions, having options is ideal. And that's why you're going to want State Farm when you're choosing your insurance. State Farm knows everybody has a budget and they've got options like insuring your car and your home, getting you great rates on both of them. And they can help you personalize your policy with options so that you get a surprisingly great rate. So when I say that State Farm understands the importance of a budget, okay, a budget, I also mean that they truly don't want you to give up your hobbies or your passions or even your self-care activities to include insurance in your expense. Okay, we all deserve a nice pedicure every now and then. If you're a gym rat who couldn't imagine life without getting your reps in and them good rowing machines or your favorite streaming service, because Lord knows I need every last one of the ones that I have. State Farm believes that you should not have to sacrifice what you love. And that's why they're all about these surprisingly great rates. That's why State Farm is consistently one of the top rated insurance carriers. And everybody who has State Farm is always raving about how easy it is to submit a claim or talk to customer service, anything else to do with your insurance coverage. And again, most importantly, to get a great rate on your car and your home, anything else you need insured. So for surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com to get your quote today. All right, let's get back to the show.
Okay, folks, we're back to the show and it is time for the read.
It is.
I will just go ahead with two quick things. First of all, I want to say to the folks over at NBC Universal who apparently and allegedly asked Leslie Jones to no longer live tweet / post any footage or reactions from the Olympics. I just wanted to know, are you well? Are you unwell?
No.
what's going on? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? First of all, I know nothing about the motherfucking Olympics, period, when they were going on, how they were going on, any of that, until I saw Leslie Jones posting about it. And it was actually, although I grew up watching a lot of the Olympics games and stuff like that. I mean, I'm Jamaican. So, like,
right.
But, I mean, watching her posting about it, giving her hilarious commentary and stuff made me actually want to go and look at the games and stuff on my own accord. But it's like, I don't understand why that lady can't just have fun and allow us to have fun with her. You should have been reaching down into your ever-expanding, incredibly large, wealthy pockets and giving this woman some money to continue to do that goddamn shit. If not on a much larger fucking platform. But from what I heard, they had Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart or somebody talking about the Olympics. Maybe that has something to do with it. But again, I still don't understand what that has to do with another comedian talking about the Olympics on her fucking page. Unless they're getting better ratings or doing better numbers or whatever than whatever the fuck you got on over at NBC or wherever the fuck you got talking about the fucking Olympics. And it might be because you just hired somebody and you're paying them an asinine amount of money, even though they don't give a fuck about the Olympic Games, know anything about the Olympic Games, never heard of anything, don't know how to spell shot put. But bitch, here we are.
Please.
Let's give it to them because they're a fucking billionaire actor or something. Fuck y'all. I thought that shit was trash and I really didn't enjoy it. And I'm actually overall tired of people playing in Leslie Jones' fucking face.
Yeah, I think I saw something earlier that said they reversed that and were like, she can do whatever she wants to. And I'm like, exactly. As she fucking deserves. But it took way too long to make that happen.
Nobody should have opened their motherfucking mouth and said nothing to that lady about that shit in the first place.
Exactly. It's the disrespect. Bitch,
you're actually welcome.
You're right. Because we don't watch the Winter Olympics no fucking way. So y'all should have just let her do what she do and left it right there.
And last but not least, I wanted to say to good old Thandie Newton.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
If you haven't heard, Thandie Newton
Jesus
just absolutely shit the bed in an interview with
she did
Entertainment Tonight, I believe, where she was supposed to be promoting a new film called God's Country, which I'm still not sure what the fuck this movie's about. I looked up the synopsis and
still don't make sense.
I still don't really get it. But in this clip that's just about 2.5 minutes long, Thandie Newton is literally in tears crying about being light-skinned. Let me explain. So,
oh God,
she's talking about how, the difficulties of, being black in Hollywood and being light-skinned in America, and how, it seems as though she claimed to be one of these women of color in Hollywood who opens doors for others, and then she offers an apology to dark-skinned actresses for feeling like she has taken roles from them. And she was like, taking your roles, taking your men, taking your this and that. And I'm like,
girl,
what?
Your husband is white.
You married to a white British man.
You're not taking our men at all.
What are you talking about?
Not at all.
Anyway, Melanie continues and says that she is blackety black, super black, Kendrick Lamar, pimp a butterfly nigga in London. Like, she said that in the UK, she is dark skinned. That's what she said. That's what she said. Those are the words.
That's what she said. You're right.
And so when she came to the U.S., she said she would refer to herself as dark-skinned and that she received more prejudice from Black American women, she specified, than anything else, and that she's had much more trouble being light-skinned than being Black.
Not my fault you mixed.
My girl Elsa Majumbo would say, wow.
I adore her.
So I'm like, the absolute mixed gall of you sitting
it's
here
biracial for me.
crying and talking shit at the same goddamn time. I'm blown away by the nerve.
Yep.
And it's like, I was trying to decide for a while after watching this clip what irked me more. The attack on Black American women or the attack on Black British women.
Yep.
And I've landed on the attack on Black British women being more annoying, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I feel like Black Americans, but specifically the Black American woman, is already conditioned for everybody to get on their nerves and try them.
Well,
so like, it's kind of like,
well, like, God damn it!
I feel like there are probably, as it pertains to this story, less women over here that are like confused or shocked or whatever by it, annoyed or irked, certainly. And it's like, Melanie, you can't bring your high yellow ass over here to America and tell niggas that you are dark skinned. Of course they said, get the fuck out of my face. Like, why wouldn't they be like, bitch, have you ever spoken to that girl? She is out of her mind. She says she's dark skinned. Yes! Like, insanity. You literally came over here referring to yourself as dark skinned and you're surprised that Black people were like, you are fucking crazy. Please get away from me. Then I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking of just, the couple of Black British actors that I stand. I thought of, Michaela Cole, Susan Wokoma, Wumi Masaku. I'm thinking of like,
there are countless dark-skinned women in the UK.
Dark-skinned women.
This is so
just
stupid.
in the same industry, right?
Yep.
And I'm so like, so what are they?
Non-existent.
Onyx, Night Sky. Like, what are
I said it wasn't nobody but white people who told you was dark skinned.
You had to have lived in a bunker, though, mama.
Yep.
Were you in some sort of like hellacious cult,
girl,
in the woodlands somewhere where everyone wore wheat?
London.
Because the way that you have described your upbringing and your existence gives, you were never around anybody darker than you. And the people that you grew up around went extra hard to make sure you didn't know about people darker than you. Like, were you living in M. Night Shyamalan's The Village? Tell the truth and shame the devil. What happened? Were you living in some sort of woodland cult where they told you that you were just like white with nutmeg? What happened? Because they're...
Woo! Amen.
And just let this be... Let this be a lesson. Let this be the moral of the story for any other Black people over there in the UK, London, Britain, whatever you want to call it, that have these spicy feelings and similar thoughts and feelings towards Black people over here just minding their regular ass nigga business. Yep. Because if this isn't a reminder that many of you are also going to be sitting down, minding your business, being Black, and have to look to your left and look to your right and question who the fuck tried you and why, or like what, like, then I'm here to tell you, sis, born in the game. The kids over here, born in the game. We do that. Hello.
And talking about the most discrimination you face is against or has been from Black American women. So weedy.
Congrats.
Black American women are not the reason you had to come over here to work in the first fucking place. Black American women are not the ones typecasting you or keeping you in specific roles or not letting you play certain roles. Black American women don't hold the systemic power that you're claiming we hold. We're not the ones actually discriminating against you or holding you down or whatever. So these biracial tears about how you've taken so much from us and you're sorry that you're the one chosen, please keep them. I don't mind Miss Girl as an actress, but all this extra, I was just like, you are honestly acting like a white woman right now, acting like black people are the ones holding you back when it's really white men who are holding you back. Like, we're just the easy
it sounds
target.
Like she spent most of her life as a white woman that is dark-skinned.
Yeah.
A dark-skinned white woman.
A white woman with a tan. She's just been in Italy for a long time, you know? She was on vacation. Yeah, you know?
She's dark white.
I mean, and she's not. You look at her like...
Dark wing white. Let's get dangerous.
And like, I'm not a dark-skinned woman, so I won't speak for them, but I also am not like somebody who can pass the paper bag test. I'm clearly Negro. Nobody ever thinks I'm anything but Negro. Nobody ever is like, oh, this bitch is so exotic. Like, that doesn't happen for me. So I don't understand why you decided to come for the people who have the least amount of power in the society, but go off. Go off, sis. Whatever makes you feel better at the end of the goddamn day.
I really watched it and I sat afterwards to myself as YouTube was counting down to whatever the following video would be. And I said, after a beat, was she high? And I turned to Link and I said, do you think she was high? And it's like, because like so many people are coping.
Yep,
they
are.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised or judgmental and you know, get a little high, you know?
Not at all.
Smoking your blunt or shrooming or popping a pill or whatever, as long as you're not killing yourself. But girl, I cannot understand the take. What was the the stance there?
Yeah.
Who are you apologizing to for what? While you're also being like, well, you know, basically you all were all shit to me, and I've never been more disrespected or held back or destroyed than when black women basically told me about myself for being completely ridiculous, tone deaf, and also clearly sheltered
a lot
by
going on.
whatever.
A lot going on. If you thought you were dark skinned, a lot is going on there.
Who told you that?
Girl, you are the color of not done
and
toast.
Sweet dear of mine.
No, ma'am.
You are 49.
Woo!
Years old.
Too old for this.
You look great. But you are 49.
Too old for this.
Years old. Surely you have been around the sun enough at this point to understand that you ain't never been dark skinned in your goddamn days. And so for like, how was this? Where was the wording? Were you high? Because like, if that was the case, I feel like we should like, let's get to that. Cause girl, I won't shame you for it.
No, but like, this is something a 16-year-old girl says in therapy. Why?
That's my thing.
Why?
Rue would say this.
You're 50 years old. Why are we having this conversation?
I would be,
and
I
even
would
Rue
expect.
probably know better.
Exactly. One eye open, slumped in on the bathroom floor of a house party. Rue would still never open her fucking mouth to say she dark skinned because she knows better.
Because she's seen actual black people. I get that being mixed has been hard for you. We see her black ass
mama though. We seen her black ass mama.
And she brought up her dark skinned mama. She did, but like, girl, here's the thing, sister. You're 49. You've seen dark skinned people. You know that you are not confused.
There. Like, how do you?
You know you are not that.
How have you been around the world as an actor? No. And just as a human being, as much as you have, and still this like narrow-minded and ignorant, it just act.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing also, every presser, girls, doesn't need to have a poetic moment. Sometimes you can just be like, here's what the movie's about. Here's the release date. We worked real hard on it. Love for you to go see it. Because once again, I looked up the fucking plot for the movie to understand why the fuck she was talking about being mixed and hating black women so goddamn much. What it had to do. And I don't understand I still don't see how it lines up according to what I read.
Yeah.
But girls, sometimes when you're talking to the girls, all you need to do is say, hey, movie was great. Shout out to the director, DP, costume, you know?
Yep. And let that be that.
Script coordinator.
And let that be that.
Go check it out, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Streaming now or whatever. Like, that's it.
Literally
You don't need to preach to us to try and make us feel stuff, especially you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So that's an L for you, taking your man. Oliver, this white man?
Absolutely
Whose man
not.
is that?
Not ours. Not even the black Brits.
He ain't black or American.
Nope.
Who are you talking about?
Who are you talking to?
Who are you? What are you? Are you okay?
Do you think we want white men? God
Mel. Mel, please. AKA Goofy Spice. You need to sit down.
Girl, that ain't it. Okay, I'm so glad you brought that up because she was one of my... I have a handful of reads this week. They're all short and sweet, but she was one of them. So thank you so much for letting me get that out. I want to start with Walter Blackman, who has an incredible last name. Why is his last name Blackman? And he is a black man. But Walter is a Republican state legislator from the state of Arizona. And he...
Well, now I don't believe that's his last name.
Well, Walter Blackman is upset because Republicans are mad at him because he said that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election and they need to stop trying to decertify the election results in Arizona. Everybody needs to move on, get over it. They're still on that. Let me tell you something. I had no idea until this story came out. Not only are the girls still trying to fight to overturn it, like they're hoping that Trump runs and wins again. And they're also hoping that magically Joe Biden will not be president no more and Trump will come back sometime before Biden's reign is
hoping that he runs again is not a shocker to me. I'm sure that he will run.
They think he will come back in office now.
Yeah, that is troubling. It is, because it doesn't work that way.
So after he said this, you know, the election was fair in Arizona, and after y'all did all these recounts, Joe Biden got even more votes. So maybe just let it go. His daughter got a text where somebody was like, "Oh, your nigger dad is a Republican in name only," and blah blah blah. And so now he's like, "It is outrageous that people are being racist to me, and this is such a fucked up racist smear campaign from the right wing media." And they even were like, "Oh, well, maybe he sent it to his daughter himself." And he's like, "No, that's crazy. The thought that I would do that is insane. And this is why y'all are resorting to these smear tactics. And it has no place in the Republican Party."
To his own daughter.
First of all, that would be iconic and messy. But
that's what
no. So no. It would have been incredible. But that's not where the story is. The story is simply that this black man thought that because he was a Republican, he wasn't going to be called a nigger. And nigger, I guess now you know. I don't know.
What are y'all are we
insanity that y'all think is going to go any different for you? Lay down with dogs, get up with what? Fleas. Every goddamn time.
The first.
You're not special at all. You don't fall in line with what they want. You're going to be every nigga in the book. And I guess you know that now. But since you're a black Republican, you don't really need me to stick up for you. So I'm just saying this to say, nigga. Guess now you know your black ass is still a nigga. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget it. Don't think that sucking the dick of a white man is ever going to get you to a white man status. It simply won't. And that's most of the problem with most of you black Republicans. Y'all think that having money, having status, being of a higher class, financially, socially, whatever else, you think that will exempt you from niggerhood. And the issue is that it kind of does. You don't have to worry about what the rest of the niggas go through. However, what you won't never be is one of them white men. And I guess now you know that, Mr. Black Man.
I don't understand how so many of y'all are this fucking stupid, because first of all, a lot of y'all are full grown, in many cases old, and I don't even mean that in a, I'm just saying, like, old enough to know
better,
that, like, nobody is going to, like, you're not a nigger or exempt from experiencing racism because you you're Republican. Like, and just because white people, yes, there are probably like the out and proud worst of the worst white people will be kinder to you than any old average black people with with sense, because you identify as whatever. But if you think that they don't trash your motherfucking ass still and will literally throw your ass in front of a bullet if they get the motherfucking chance, bitch, the reason they're nice to you is because you get to be the black friend. You get to be the, oh, well, why do you have a problem, Tyrone? Because my good friend over here, Jamal.
My friend Walter, black man, said it's all good.
Right. Meanwhile, this nigga's name is Walter or like Christopher. And he's like, well, my friend over here, Malachi, actually said like... Like, bitch, you're a pawn, stupid. Yep. I've never been Republican. I don't even understand how it works.
Not one day in my life.
So I'd like to assume, just because of like math and basic science, that there are people that are black and also Republican that aren't evil and ridiculous. I don't know how you would identify as both, but like, I'm sure not every single one of you identifies as Republican because you just want to get, you want to blow out an old white dick. But I do believe that a lot of y'all are looking... Yeah, no, I know it's about money first. About money. But I do believe like a lot of the people that are just like social media ever present, retweeting their goddess Candace Owens.
Oh, Herschel Walker's
doing all of that.
That baby is a mess. I said, oh, you got a white mama. I could tell.
I mean, she doesn't.
I could tell.
That baby is young. I don't feel like age is going to make any difference.
Nope.
In that one's life, because Herschel Walker's his daddy.
Right.
But at the same time, I pay it. Like I
yeah. I feel you.
Like I'm just like, child, whatever. You don't even have. You have literally no understanding about any. Like, you know what I mean?
Complaining about gas prices in like a Fendi hoodie, bitch. If you don't get out my face. Do you know the rest of us are shopping at
literally
Walmart?
Surrounded in like Fendi and McQueen bags and Chanel and shit like that, talking about
Coach,
like
fucking keychains.
Liberals don't want you to work or pull yourself up from your bootstrap. I'm like, girl, what? You were anyway. Yeah. That is a joke.
Yeah, she's.
But what I'm saying is, for a lot of like out and proud, that person included, like black Republicans or non-white Republicans, hell, even like white women, a lot of them are just like, please, sir, I would also like to sit at the table.
Going against their own interests because they think it'll progress them as an individual.
And they're still flicking pork bones in your direction and saying, suck on that, nigger.
And y'all are picking it up.
And then you're gagging.
And slopping
and you're
all
picking
over
it up and sucking on them.
Like that girl did Nelly's dick. That's exactly what y'all doing.
All right.
Like it's a prize. Like it's a prize. Like you happy to be there. God bless her.
Maybe she really likes Nelly. Maybe Air Force Ones.
Yeah, maybe they really like the GOP.
Impactful.
Yeah. Maybe No Child Left Behind meant a lot to them. Maybe Don't Ask, Don't Tell was like...
I was talking about the girl who sucked Nelly's
I know. And I'm talking about these niggas who are sucking Republican dick and getting nothing out of it. That's all I'm saying. So that situation. Best of luck. I hope the black Republicans rally around you or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. They probably hate your ass, too.
Secondly, to the University of Alabama, who decided to rename a building on campus after the first African-American student who enrolled in the university. Her name was Autherine Lucy. However, instead of just naming it Lucy Hall, they have named it Lucy Graves Hall. And she will be sharing the name with the former, I believe he was president of the university, but he was certainly governor of Alabama. And Governor Graves was technically a Democrat. So there's a lot of like, oh, he did good things. You know, he created the Negro division of education in Alabama, and he made our prisons from like explicitly slavery to just kind of slavery. And,
did he do that?
you know, really, as far as if you're speaking in Alabama terms, Governor Graves is one of the most progressive governors that we've ever had. Okay. However, Governor Graves was also in the KKK. And not just in the KKK, but that nigga was a Grand Cyclops, which...
They got Cyclopses?
That's what I said. First of all, that sounds like something out of Breath of the Wild. What the fuck is a Grand Cyclops?
I knew they had dragons. I didn't know that the mythical gamut just ran,
they do. They have what is called a Grand Cyclops. A Cyclops is not just a member of the KKK. A Cyclops is the CEO of the chapter. It doesn't get much more higher up than a fucking Cyclops. So to say that this man hated niggas and probably created this Negro educational division so that niggas wouldn't be involved in white education at all is not a stretch. So for the University of Alabama to be like, oh, we're going to name this building after our first black student, who, by the way, was a student for all of 3 or 4 days because the harassment and the death threats got to be entirely too much. So she dropped out, and she wasn't even a University of Alabama student for longer than a week. It's not even like she was the first one to go and graduate. She was just literally the first one to go. And y'all decided she should share the name of a building with a nigga who was literally in the KKK? Alabama. Girl, y'all cannot be serious with this shit. What?
No, they're serious.
They are. They're dead ass. And this was in 1956, okay? 1956. This is not that long ago in the grand scheme of things.
That's a statement.
It's this is
A
boomers.
clear
That's
statement.
boomers. It's boomers. So
you're not going to name this place after someone who was running shit in the KKK and then a black person who was run off of your campus and not be trying to be racist.
And I know that Bibb, because his name was Bibb. For some reason, these Southern country white people always have the worst names.
His name was Bibb.
I don't know
if that. Of course it was.
Yeah, BIBB, because the extra B at the end is
Bibb,
super
Biff,
important.
Tad, yeah,
right. So I know that Bibb renounced his involvement in the KKK 10, 15 years before he died. But the fact remains that if y'all wanted to honor the first black student, you would not have had her share a name with somebody who was in the goddamn KKK. This isn't even up for discussion. This was just so goddamn stupid. If you wanted to honor her, then honor her. Give her her own building, because I'm sure the rest of your campus, if not the whole goddamn thing, is a giant monument to slavery in the first fucking place. But this woman is still alive. She's 92 years old, but she's still alive.
I was going to say, if you wanted to if you wanted to honor the first black student, you could pay her and her family reparations.
Yeah.
For
you could do that.
You could do that. Embarrassment.
Yeah.
You could write a check.
Right. Because she ended up going to an HBCU for her bachelor's degree. Of course. And then in 92, almost 40 years later, the University of Alabama was like, oh, come get a master's degree. Girl! After the way y'all did this woman, and she did it. She deserves at the bare minimum her own building, not to share it with somebody who would have burned her ass at the goddamn stake if he had the opportunity. Last but not least, the fucking Kardashians.
Why are we?
No, because I'm not getting into Kanye. I'm not getting into the debate about North and Instagram and TikTok and all that. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm mad at the Kardashians for a whole nother reason. And it is this Hulu ad. Have you seen it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So they decided they were going to stop doing their show on whatever network it was on before. E. Okay. And I should have known that didn't mean the end of them. Instead, they're just going to be on Hulu now, as well as Disney Plus. They're on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Disney Plus?
That's what I said. Because I didn't know anything about this until Disney Plus tweeted out the trailer for the Kardashians' new show coming to the streaming service. And in it is all of the ladies of the Kardashian Jenner family. Kylie is ultra pregnant in this trailer and all this. Khloe has clearly gone in for her latest round of touch-ups. Everybody looks probably as good as they possibly can. But the point is that these white bitches, do you know what music is in the background of this promo?
The theme song from Gullah Gullah Island.
No.
Wade in the Water.
Nope. It's just as black. Just
Stevie
as black.
Wonder's Happy Birthday.
Just as black. It's Nina Simone, nigga. It's Nina Simone. It's Feeling Good.
Like two more.
It's Feeling Good by Nina Simone. A song about black liberation, about black joy.
They're so fucking stupid.
They're
so fucking
sons of bitches.
They're so
have Nina Simone's Feeling Good. And it's like a different shot of every last one of these hoes as Nina's song plays in the background, and it's been like slowed down a bit. And here go Khloe posing like a goddamn statue, and Kim over here in her fucking Skims. And it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Are you goddamn kidding? It's the same life for you. It's the same rich, privileged, white bitch life that you have always led. What the fuck? Talking about our expectations are gonna be shattered. How? How is it anything other than a bunch of rich white bitches being dumb rich white bitches? Nobody's expectations are shattered. Nigga, when I saw this, I said, I literally tried not to talk about y'all. But Nina fucking Simone, are you kidding?
I think there's actually a good chance I wouldn't have known anything about this.
They did that simply to piss us off. They literally did it to make us angry. What other reason? Y'all could have picked any song by any white girl, really any non-black person, and we would have never gave a fuck. But Nina Simone, a Negro icon, somebody who would have spit in y'all's fucking faces and despised everything you were about.
This is why...
Child.
I don't want to. Bro, y'all are so fucking stupid.
Ridiculousness.
It just tears up my nervous system.
Hard same.
I can't. It's so fucking it's dumb. It's dumb. Y'all are so fucking stupid, bro. You're so fucking stupid. From the rooter to the tutor, from the youngest right up to the mama, y'all are so fucking stupid.
Woo!
The fact that you would even touch a Nina Simone song, you're not even talking about somebody like Beyonce who has, songs of all kinds of subjects. You know what I mean? And she's got bops, she's got serious stuff, she's got stuff that make you cry, stuff that make you think.
Beyonce
you're not talking
black,
about someone like a Janet. No, I'm saying again, you could have picked a song from like a Janet or a Mariah Carey or something that could fit, look at me, I'm hot and we're back.
Oh yeah.
Little Kim. You could have picked someone.
You could have.
Nina Simone don't have a song for anything that you going through or will go through. Anything that will happen to you. It's not relatable content.
Exactly.
And so
I've never been more upset at this family. I just don't. At this point, you're doing it on purpose.
I don't pay I didn't see nothing that nigga talked about in regards to that baby.
And I don't care.
I have not read I don't care. I don't
call your lawyer.
And that's on everybody. That's on everybody. That's on everybody who's posting these fucking second by second, minute to minute updates to whatever the fuck this nigga is talking about, what she's talking about, their latest updates or
Yep.
They're not, this isn't our world. No. They live in a completely different dimension that we just have visual access to. And we can every now and then interact with through social media if you want to. You can sort of just pierce the bubble. That ain't none of our business. And I'm not really even sure why so many of us are still interested in making it our business.
It won't be me. Fuck every last one
Nina
of y'all
Simone.
for this.
At this point, it's you're trolling. You're trolling because are y'all dumb? Absolutely.
Yep.
We've known that from the beginning.
Yep.
But you aren't doing this by your fucking self.
Nope.
And if you have heard of Nina Simone,
you would have known.
But even if you haven't, you fucking ingrates, you fucking dumbasses. Even if you fucking haven't, the amount of times that you have just blasted outside and aggravated, offended, and triggered the fuck out of black people.
Yeah.
The fact that you do not have an entire team of people right now to involve themselves in anything that has something to do with a nigga with melanin. If the fact that you don't have a team already to say, don't.
Yep.
To just smack your hand like a child reaching up to a hot stove.
Yep.
The fact that you don't have nobody in place right now to say, don't do that, it's fucking dumb, and niggas are gonna get pissed off, makes me feel like you're doing it to piss us off.
Yep. Why didn't I go with Britney Spears? What's wrong with One More Time or Stronger? Or I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman? Anything other than our Negro icon. You did this on purpose to piss us off. All of y'all but Courtney have them little assorted biracial children, and y'all are doing this on purpose. Just to make us angry, and congratulations, bitch. Because normally I ignore every goddamn thing y'all do, but you using Nina Simone? Black women deserve so much better than the shit y'all give us. And that's all I have to say about it. I'm completely over that family. I never watched whatever they did on E, but I for goddamn sure won't be streaming whatever they doing on Hulu and Disney Plus. For goddamn sure. Fuck out of here, girl. Kiss my ass. And that is going to wrap up this week's episode of The Read. Don't forget to check us out on social media at This Is The Read. Our website is thisistheread.com. And don't forget
So whoever is working at programming at Disney Plus that the same platform that we have, like,
Not you,
Black is King, The Mandalorian, like, that same platform, we're going to put the Kardashians
They
on
sure
it.
did. They said that.
Great. Thanks for letting me know what we're doing with my money.
Right. I thought I was watching Encanto for the 9,000th time. But y'all are paying the Kardashians with my little $10. Okay. Whew. So, like I said, thisistheread.com, on social media at thisistheread. And don't forget to check out our brand new Patreon that we just launched in the past week. You can become a patron at patreon.com/theread. Come join us for fun shenanigans that you won't get otherwise on the regular podcast. Any news for you and like if you said earlier, we have our Valentine's Day merch available. Shoptheread.com if you want to sow some discourse amongst your friends and family, or just do something sweet for your boo. Again, shoptheread.com. Anything from you, friend, before we head out?
Nope. That's it.
All right. Well, as always, Black people, take care of yourselves, and we will see y'all next week.